every reason to be thankful. And we have every reason to want to better our lives, both on the individual level and on the national level. But first, let me greet again our friends, our Italian friends, and our brothers from Africa. Our Italian friends today have explained a lot of things to us, and I hope we will hearken to the explanations and use them, for our own advantage here. One of the things that the lady lawyer, where is she? One of the things that she said, which was also repeated by the others, was the importance of the Italian language for those who live in Italy. And I agree completely. Because for you to live here effectively, work here effectively, raise your children here effectively, you need to speak the Italian language. Speaking the Italian language also helps you to understand the culture of Italy, because the culture of a people is encapsulated in their language. So this is very, very important. But I will not stop there, because as Nigerians, you also need to continue the propagation of your own language. I have noticed that Nigerians in Italy raise their children solely on the Italian language. They should speak the Italian language, but they should also speak their mother tongue. I hope I am very clear. Because if we don't speak our mother tongue, we lose our culture. The culture of a people is enshrined in the language of those people. Even if you wear all the Nigerian clothes, you dance to all the music, you don't speak your language, you don't know your culture. It is as simple as that. It is as simple as that. I see all the Nigerian children speaking perfect Italian, perfect, impeccable Italian. But you call them and say, Kedu? The parents are to blame for this. The parents are completely and absolutely to blame for this. When eventually these children decide to go home, what do you think will happen? They will not fit in. They will not fit into any of the cultures of our great country, Nigeria. So please, I want to use this opportunity to appeal to all of us that while we learn the Italian language, because it opens doors for you. If you speak the language of a people, you become their friends, truly. So it is important for you to speak Italian language. But at the same time, we must speak our own language. So let us start today to teach our children. And children are highly impressionable. Once you begin to speak it to them, they pick it up. They have the capacity to learn 5, 6, 7 languages at the same time. So don't think that if you speak Igbo or Hausa or Yoruba or Shekiri to them, that they will forget the Italian language. No, they will not. Because when they go to school, they play with their friends and they speak it. But let them also speak our own language. Now, they also our friends also talked about the laws of Italy and how important it is that we adhere to it. Because we have a proverb that those that are Igbos here. Because when you are in someone's place, you have to behave. You shouldn't disobey the laws of the place. And that saying which talks about Rome, it applies also. When you are in Rome, you will like the Romans. So we do not want Nigerians to be people who break laws. Nigerians are very proud people. Nigerians are very intelligent people.
Yes.
And Nigerians are very hardworking.
That's true.
Whatever a Nigerian puts his mind to, he achieves the highest success. And Italy will not be an exception. So having said that, I'll go just say a few things about the topic that was foisted on me by Verona, Association of Nigerians. They wanted me to speak about the role of the embassy to its citizens in Italy. Now, the role of an embassy to its citizens is the same all over the world. There are UN conventions that have listed these duties, but I will not go into that. I will just suffice it to say that our duty, generally, wherever the Nigerian embassy or mission is found, is to represent Nigeria. That's the number one duty. And secondly, to protect all Nigerians that are resident in the host country. To represent them and to make sure that they are fairly treated by the host authorities and by the citizens of the state where they are staying. And this will involve, talking to the authorities, having meetings with them wherever necessary. And these are things we have been doing. If we receive complaints, we always take it up and ensure that the Nigerians are fairly and justly treated, as I said before. The embassy is also to promote friendly relations between Nigeria and Italy. And this we have been doing. Italy, like I said before, is indeed a friend to Nigeria. There have been problems, but in most cases, these problems have been resolved in a very friendly manner. And if you look at how Italy, treats the current crisis, the migrant crisis, how, the refugees are treated, how the migrants are treated, you compare it with how other countries, even in Europe, do the same, you will see that how Italy treats people is humane. I'm sure we all know this. It allows so many things which we cannot even think of in other countries. And for this, we are grateful. And we want the relations between Nigeria and Italy to grow from strength to strength. There are so many other things that are happening, that are being developed between us, which, when they come to fruition, will be to the benefit of both countries and peoples. Some of the things we do, we already know. We interface with the communes and the questuras on immigration issues and other issues. We even attend court proceedings when we are informed. And when we do so, it helps the case of the Nigerians involved. Because if we are seated in court and we announce, it's announced in court that the Embassy of Nigeria is present in court, at least it makes the judges know that we are watching.
Yes.
And so whenever we get notification and the embassy is able to afford such trips, we always go and represent Nigeria. The other things we do are the issuance of all the documents, which I'm sure you know, so I'm not going to bore you with them. But in carrying out these duties, we often experience difficulties. And these difficulties are mostly due to the conduct of Nigerians. And so I will take, without going into details, I will take this opportunity to implore you, my fellow compatriots, that we conduct ourselves better and we steer clear of things that are not good. That way we can, raise the image of our country, not only in Italy, in Europe, and even across the world. And as human beings too, we will be able to walk with our heads held high. And then when issues are brought before us as an embassy, we will have the impetus, to handle them without feeling that, because Nigerians have behaved in a way that is not so good, we won't be able to talk as authoritatively as we should in our representation of our own people. And the topic, when I saw it, says role of the embassy towards Nigerians. And what came to my mind is, what is the role of Nigerians to the embassy and indeed towards Nigeria? Because we also have roles. In my language, we say, one hand cannot wash itself. The left hand will wash the right hand, and the right hand will wash the left hand, and together both of them will be clean. So without your help, we will not be able to do our work. And your help includes giving us information. I was just talking to a Nigerian now, when he said Nigerians are having problems, some of their shops are being closed down, some of their children are being taken. My sister here, we discussed it the last time I met her. But we don't get, these informations from Nigerians. Sometimes when we hear about this happening, it's already too late. So I would like to appeal that when such things happen, inform us officially, write us, give us the details. Because without the details, we won't be able to follow through on the complaints. I'm trying to summarize what I read, what I wrote. Some of the things that Nigerians do here are not so good. We have been involved in so many things, and those things are running us down as individuals and as countries. And so, my appeal is also for us to behave better. You see, because we must realize that whatever we do, follows us. We cannot run away from anything we do. When it matures, when it ripens, it finds us, irrespective of where we are. So if we do bad things and think that nobody saw us, the Almighty sees us. The laws of the Almighty see us. And everything is recorded. And one day, those things will come back. And I don't think anybody here wants to have unpleasant experiences. So if that is the case, then we should all, try to do what is right. Now, I come to the issue of the embassy. We in trying to bring order to the embassy, certain steps have been taken. One of which is the appointment regime. Now, for people to receive services, that is services other than consular services. For consular services, you can come in anytime, Monday to Thursday. You don't need an appointment. Things like NULA or STAR, declarations, certifications, any consular issue, just come to the embassy. But for passport, issuance of passports, renewal of passport, visas, because there are Nigerians that are dual citizens, and when they want to travel with their Italian passport, they need Nigerian visas. So for those services, you need an appointment. And the appointments are now automatically generated. Once you pay online, because all the payments are online, the only fee you pay at the embassy is the service charge. But the main fee you pay online. Once you pay online, a receipt is generated which shows you your appointment date. I would like to appeal that we keep to these appointment dates. We have a problem at the embassy. People, once they pay, they come to the embassy. They don't look at the paper. You must read the paper that is printed to see when you're supposed to be at the embassy. Because every day we know the people that are supposed to be at the embassy. So if you badge in, it becomes a problem. We are trying to sustain the life of the machine that we have. When we have more than 50 people, it hits us and it gets broken down. When that happens, it is you who will suffer. Because until we get a replacement or until the machine is repaired, we won't be able to give you passports. So please, I'm appealing that we begin to keep these appointment dates. Of course, we are human beings. When there is a cause or an emergency and we are informed, we always help to make sure that the Nigerian doesn't lose his or her job or doesn't miss an appointment with the Pesturas. And if you get in touch with us through the various leaders, the Nigerian Association, we always have done something to ensure that the Nigerian does not suffer. Thank you. At the embassy too, we try to make for order, because we have in the past been a nuisance to our neighbors at the embassy. They have been complaints, even to the authorities, of the noise that Nigerians make in and around the embassy. And so, in trying to curtail this, we now have a system whereby we allow Nigerians into the embassy from when we open till 1 p.m. After 1 p.m., we don't allow anybody inside again. This is because if we keep allowing people to fall, then we will have too many people and we won't be able to deal with each and every one of them the same day. And it is our policy to try all we can to deal with each case that comes into the embassy the same day. This is what we have been doing. Except when we have problems with the machine. Anybody who comes here is attended to the same day. So please help us when you want to come to the embassy. Come in time, because at 1 we will not allow you to come in. But once we are coming, we will do our best to attend to you. So these are some of the things we are doing at the embassy, and more things are coming. We have reviewed all the fees downwards. Those of you who have been at the embassy recently, you would have noticed that the fees, most of them have been halved. The embassy realizes that Nigerians here are suffering. We know it. Nigerians in Italy are suffering, especially with the economic downturn being experienced not just by Italy, by Europe, and in fact the entire world. And so we have this realization, and because of it, the fees have been drastically reduced. And we are looking into the issue of consulate, because Nigerians have written and talked. We have made our presentations to the authorities in Nigeria. So if we get approval, there will be, consulates maybe in Milan or somewhere here up in the north, so that Nigerians don't have to travel such a long distance to come to Rome. So pray with us as we pray for an approval for this, because we know it will reduce the suffering. And there are so many other things that are being considered, which will be done eventually. But I would like to, call upon you. I have done this before. Just to tell you to realize that you are from a great nation. Nigeria is a great nation. All attributes of greatness we have in that country. Nigerians are intelligent people. Whatever we put our mind to, I've said this before, whatever we put our mind to, we do it to the best level. So let us be proud that we are Nigerians. Let us have passion and love for that country. Let us always pray for that country. Let us always remember to do only things that will uplift the image and standing of that country. Because nobody will do it for us. It is only us, Nigerians, that will help ourselves, that will help our country, and that will wash the image of our country, that will put back the glory that country, that great country that is Nigeria, has always had. Let us come together, even in our thoughts. When we think about our country, let it be good thoughts. Let us stop saying, when you mention Nigeria, let us show respect for that country. Let us wish it well. Because when we do so, we are wishing ourselves well. And I would like to stop here. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Long live the Republic of Italy. Thank you very much.